Okay guys, we launched our venison recipe today and I actually wanted to share a bit more about why we don't do certain recipes. We get so many requests for all types of novel proteins, and trust me, we've looked into a lot of these and it comes down to three things. So the first thing that takes a lot of options off the table is if it's human grade, and what this means is that the animals are processed in a facility that meets certain sanitation standards and there's an inspector on site making sure the animals are healthy. A lot of times the supplier will have more expensive cuts like the steaks inspected, but not things like organs because it's just not worth it. For example, one farm had organs, but it just wasn't refrigerated down as quickly as they would for human food since it was for pet food. The next part is legal. The US generally doesn't allow raw poultry to be imported, so you either have to cook it or denature it by adding things like charcoal, at which point it's no longer human grade. And then there's states like California where kangaroo is illegal. Finally, if we do find something we can actually use, the main issue is if there's enough of it. So the muscle cuts are usually fine, but the organs are hard because they just don't weigh as much. It took our venison farm almost 8 months to collect all the hearts, kidneys, and livers that we needed. And you might be asking, hey, why don't you just use something else or not use that? Well, the organs are some of the most nutrient-dense ingredients, so you really do want those. And we generally don't like to substitute other proteins since we want to keep our recipes single protein and allergy friendly. So that's why we're always super excited when we find suppliers like our venison farm that ticks all the boxes, and we hope you guys enjoy this one.